Okay, good. There she is. Oh my goodness.
This is my new patient person,
Hi,
Valerie.
Randy. Good morning.
Hello.
You are looking fit, my friend. You look good.
Oh yeah, well, I'm trying to catch up to you.
Ah, I put on my Corona 15. Do you think this? I have an all-white background that I could do at the new building when we do it Thursday, or do you think this is okay with the Seahawk
Oh
background?
no. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna need is you're gonna need a mount for your computer. So right about eye level. This is not I'm gonna be doing it right at eye level. So you want to raise, like put it on you're gonna have to put it on like several books. You got to raise. Oh, that's too high, a little high. So the camera like right at your eyeballs.
Okay.
Meaning that you're gonna have to lower the. Oh, there we go. How are you doing that?
It's. I have a flat screen TV that it's clipped to the top of.
Okay.
Yeah, something else I can set it on. Or that's a short cord.
And so we don't need it for right this second for this meeting, but just know that we want you like right about here, so that way we could see your eyes. I mean, straight ahead. That's good.
That's perfect.
That's perfect. Yeah. And then, yeah, so whether it's a white background or that background, that's fine.
Okay.
You want some color. I'm gonna be wearing a suit and tie.
Okay. So I'll wear a tie and my like I do when I do on your show.
Yeah, I would probably just wear no suit jacket, but just like a shirt and tie would be nice, like a business blue or a lab coat open with something like that. That would work. The thing with being casual, because the thing is we're trying to look like we're on the news, right? So if you were on the news, like if you were being called in on a national broadcast, you'd probably dress up a little bit.
Yes.
So that's what we're trying to do. So you're looking fit. I'm about 180, which I normally am about. When you saw, I'm about 192.
Yeah, I'm 180 exactly, but I'm not as tall as you, so I have no excuse.
Well, you got tons of muscle. That's the problem. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get my hands on some good steroids. So anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I take 0.5 cc's testosterone every week. Like, I think that's something once you get over 40.
I do it. I do it as well. Yeah, I don't lift hard enough, but my new goal, as soon as they open the gyms back, I gotta pack on some muscle. Yeah. Anyway, did you get those how many photos do you plan on using?
10 of them.
Okay. Now, here's how you're going to show the photos. You're going to just show them to me, and that's going to show in editing. We're going to do it full screen. Now, the framing of your shot and the dressing of your background is going to be key here to making it look professional. So you're going to probably want a low back chair that goes below you, like I have right here.
Okay.
And then you're going to want to really be framed just about right, where it's so that way the home audience feels like they're at eye level with you. You don't want to go too low, and you don't want to go too high, because then you don't see the neck.
Yeah.
So I have mine on a book. So that would still be a little bit low, but just practice when the time comes, because it's still not hitting.
I'll build a little setup so I'm better prepared for it.
Okay, and then okay, so now is that going to be the lighting? So what you're going to need.
I can get whatever you need. You want more lights coming at me?
Yeah. So the fill. Right now, I'm going to be using 2 soft boxes. So my skin's going to look fabulous. There's a window right in front of this computer, so it provides fill. But like right now, your eyes are dark. So just you're going to need
from above.
Yeah, you're going to need a key light, something that's low. Also, your teeth. If you don't have a low light, your teeth are going to look gray.
Okay.
Right? So you're going to need something that's like about hitting you right here. Those circles are a little bit bright, so you don't necessarily need that, but just something low, like a lamp on the table, and then something a little higher.
Okay.
And then that'll do it. So so we're going to spend the first 8 minutes on dental implants, and then we'll move into, because we're talking about full mouth reconstruction. That's the way we're getting around it. And then, so let's start with, I'll do a little bit of a role play. Okay. Here we go. Dr. Keller, welcome to the program.
Oh, it's great to be here, Randy. Thanks for having me back.
Now, before we get into today's topic, for people that don't know your practice, and we've had you on the program before, you do a lot, you replace missing teeth with dental implants. So who's the typical dental implant patient that you see?
Our typical patient that comes in is either somebody who's currently in dentures and they're looking for a solution that that sticks in their mouth better, or somebody who's been having ailing and failing dentistry, we call it. And every time they go to the dentist, they need a new crown or a root canal, and they're tired of just spending their money and having it fail anyway. And so we have a procedure where you come in and we have all the bad dentistry and the bad teeth out.
I'll stop you there for a moment. Now, I'm recording this, so I'll send you a recording if you need.
I was trying to record it because I want to
Now,
learn.
here's what I'm looking to do on that first question, because that was very nice. But I want to identify the 3 types. So for example, so when you ask me, if I ask you, and I'm going to send you the media coaching tape as a review, you'll say, I don't have a typical patient, but as far as my implant patients, they fall into 3 major categories. The first category are the people that have been told elsewhere that their only option is a denture. These people have bleeding gums, bad breath, loose teeth. Teeth are shifting and moving. They're cracking. They're falling out. They're going to lose their teeth. They come to us because literally in one afternoon, they can walk in with no teeth, or we could extract the teeth and give them a brand new set of teeth in one day. That's one group. So we have a reputation of being able to do things very quickly. The second group are the people that I'd love to help the most, but it's tough to get them in, the denture wearers. So the denture wearers, it could be somebody in dentures just 5 years, 10 years, or somebody in 30 years, and they've been told they don't have enough bone. Denture wearers have a tough time with that lower denture. So for those people, we love it because they can literally walk in, supported by like 4 implants, give them a brand new full arch of teeth that don't come out. And the upper is fantastic because the palate's not covered. They can eat and chew, people like steaks and this and that. So anyway, side note. So what I'm looking to do, because you said things like the teeth fail. We don't know what that means. That means that's not a lingo of the regular people in the world. So you say these are people that their teeth are cracking. They're literally falling out in some cases. They feel like they could pull them out themselves. Now, by the way, so we went through the first category of the people with the bleeding gums, bad breath, loose teeth, flaring. They've been told elsewhere they're going to head for dentures. Maybe their parents had dentures, but they come to us because maybe we could save their teeth, or maybe we can't. Maybe we give them a brand new set of teeth, or kind of restore what they have.
Okay.
Once we go through the denture wear, those people headed for dentures. Then the third will be kind of like that full mouth reconstruction that you were talking about. Now, these are people that are in between. They're not quite ready for a brand, all their teeth removed and a brand new set of teeth. These are people we call full mouth reconstruction, where we have to do fixed bridges. We do this, we clean up those gums. They get a brand new clean slate, get rid of the bacterial infection. These people have the freshest breath of their lives, right? So what I'm hoping to do is those 3 categories to start with, right?
Okay.
And then I'm going to say, okay, so then, because we're going to make this implant, I'll say, so if let's start with a denture wearer, or even a person that need a full mouth of extractions, what's the process like? What are their options in your practice for the denture wearer when it comes to implants?
So when you come to us as a denture wearer, one of the first things we realize is that the dentures are usually, the teeth are much shorter and they're back in your face quite a bit, so that when you bite into it, it doesn't come loose off of the smaller ridge. So we have a way to print a new denture just so we can start designing the smile. Now, the new denture has this kind of facelift effect. It lowers the jaw and tightens up the skin. And it wouldn't be stable as a denture, but it's a design for the new smile that we're going to put in. And so once we get the smile looking right with that denture, then we go in and put the 4 implants in, and we make you a new set of teeth that doesn't cover the palate, that you brush right in your mouth, that's fixed there. And that's put in the next day. And you leave our office after 3 days with a new set of teeth, fixed to 4 implants. And it's designed off of this new smile, and we can do things that we couldn't do with the denture. So you kind of get this youthful, we call it the non-surgical facelift.
Okay, good. Here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to, because we want to, in a passive aggressive way, slam these snap in, snap out guys, right?
Uh-huh.
And because it is an option, but it's not something you want to do. Is that correct?
Yeah, the snap in, the ones that snap in and out?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I don't do that. I mean, sometimes we talk about it just to kind of inch them along. And if they're like, I want to save a little bit of money and do that, then I wind up, it's easier for me just to do the regular one. I just
Yeah. So that's what we're talking about. So here's what I'm looking to do as far as options. I want you to front load just simple options. Then you could tell all that story. So, a denture wearer comes in, we have a variety of options. We can make something which is very popular with all the guys breaking into the implant business. We make them a denture that snaps in, snaps out. The problem is they still have a denture. Lots of maintenance, lots of money out of the pocket. So at our center, and you have to make sure if you're going to go to a center, you got to have somebody that has experience in a full arch of teeth that are fixed, that don't come in and out. That's what people want anyway. So for the lower, literally 4 implants, full arch of teeth, locked in. The turnaround is from the day I meet them, 3 days later, they have a brand new set of teeth. Now the upper is what these denturers love because we remove the palate, again, maybe 4, 6 implants, fixed teeth that don't come out. And here's how we do it. They come in, we mill a machine. I wouldn't go into the fake denture. I would just say, so what we do is we make them a temporary set of teeth that builds out their face so they actually get to see what they're going to look like in advance. Once we get the smile right and the way the teeth come together right, I could bore you out of your mind on the bite, Randy, if I wanted to. But once we get that right, then literally, if it's Monday, on Wednesday, they have their brand new set of teeth. They look in that mirror and these people, it's like the first day of the rest of their life. So I'm kind of looking for the ease of it. Like, you know, we just do this, we do that, blah, blah, blah. And they come in. Now, on the next question I'm going to ask you. Now, what about people, we're back on. So Dr. Keller, yeah, but what about those people that have bad gums, like bleeding gums, periodontal disease? Can they do this, or the implants don't work with that?
So the people that come in with bad gums, we have to see how bad it really is. Sometimes the gums are so bad and the teeth are already loose and they can't be saved. And putting any more money into those teeth, they're just going to fail in 5 to 10 years anyway. So for those people, we can have the teeth out, put in the 4 implants, and 2 days later, you can leave with your full set of permanent teeth. There's other people that the teeth actually, it's not quite that bad. Maybe they came in thinking they want their teeth out, but the teeth are in better shape than we thought, and maybe they just have some bad restorations. So in those people, we can take out the 1 or 2 or 3 hopeless teeth and put a single metal-free implant in there, and then we can restore the rest of the teeth in 2 visits. 1 tooth, we prepare it and get you in your temporaries, and a couple weeks later, we can do it. Actually, we can do it 3 days later now with Williams. 3 days later, we'll put in your new set of final teeth. They're like a bulletproof layer, a porcelain on top of your tooth. It's not your typical crown. And we restore the teeth like that. And if we do that the right way with your bite, those teeth, 99% chance they'll outlast you.
Okay, good. Now, these are excellent. I mean, you're not my typical guy I interview. I mean, because you have personality and pizzazz and everything else. So make sure, you know, you're using your hands like you're using now. And it's going to be very nice, okay. Right? And the questions we're rehearsing are only the snag ones. I'm going to get into the personal stuff. You're changing people's lives. I'm going to do all that stuff, right? I'm going to brag about you with LVI. I'm going to brag that you travel all over the world to learn how to do this. I'm going to make sure I get in all the brags that you do it all under one roof.
So if you ask me, I went just in the last year, I've been to Australia, Melbourne, Australia, Mykonos, Greece, and Barcelona for these.
Let's play that. Let's do a rehearsal on that. Okay, here we go. Now, I'm going to say it like I'm going to say on the show. Now, you know, I should mention that you literally, and you've been doing implants for a long time, but you still travel literally all over the world to learn more about dental implants. Is there really that much to it?
Well, I get on the internet and these chat rooms and sites, and I want to learn the very best possible technology that we can offer our patients. And feel like I've kind of done the best we can do in the United States. So in the last year, I've traveled. I did a implant residency in Australia with the All-on-4 clinic. Did a zygoma residency in Barcelona. Also went to Mykonos, Greece for another implant residency. So traveling around and trying to find the best minds on the planet and combine their techniques to offer my, I've got many roses from all these different doctors, and I've made my own bouquet of them to offer something that you can't get anywhere else.
Okay, now very nice, except for you were speaking a foreign language. You used All-on-4, zygoma. We don't know what the heck you're talking about. Okay. I do. So what I'd like you to do, also, I want you to glam this up a little bit. You'll notice I said, is there really that much to it? That is designed to show I don't get it, right? Is there really, your travel, is there really that much to it? I even said, you've been doing this for a long time. Is there really that much more to learn? So what I'd like you to say is, you know, Randy, look, the thought leaders, we've got great guys that teach this, that have been doing it forever, these innovators that are here in the US, but to go to the top and the top of the game, this is why I go to Barcelona. There's a guy there, he's teaching what we're doing here, which is teeth in the same exact day. You get a full arch. Even for, and then there's another one that I went to for people, this is the zygoma. You could say they're special implants for people that don't have any bone. Maybe they've been in dentures for 30 or 40 or 50 years. This is what you learn there. So what we do is we bring it back and you learn about this digital workflow, which is, it allows us that somebody comes in on a Monday, we could do extractions and everything, get a brand new set of teeth on Wednesday. This is what these meetings are about. And you could even say, and you mentioned, is there that much to it? Randy, I was on your show several years ago, and I had already done hundreds of cases. The more I get into this, there's so many subtle nuances to creating a beautiful smile and make their bite just right. The materials we're using today are better than ever. They're lighter. Some of the bigger, older stuff is clunky and big. And that's why what takes other guys 10 months to do, they put you in a bunch of, they send you on your way with temporary teeth. We give them a final permanent set of teeth in 3 days. And we could literally do it in 2 visits. I just want to meet them first, get some records and things like that. But if somebody flies in and needs to fly out, we can do it. You could even say guys like Rick Klein, there's a guy in Texas. So we're looking at who are the guys that are doing this faster and better than anybody else in the world. And those are the people that I'm going to their courses and learning to do it. And because in my practice, we do it all right here. It's one doctor, one fee. You don't have to deal with 3 different specialists. It's all done right here. So I want a little bit of that in there. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, if you're recording this, I'd love to take the time.
I am recording it.
If I write that out and practice it, I'll have it a lot better.
Yeah, I'm recording it. So what I'd like to do, because we're still not, you still have 8 more, you still have 8 minutes. Because remember I said we're going to do 8 minutes. So with me talking and everything, you have time to burn. So I'm going to say, are there a lot of people in Seattle that even wearing a denture?
Yeah, I don't know the numbers. What are you know what the numbers are?
So what you could say is this: look, there's a lot of people that are, you could take the Seahawks Stadium. I could fill that thing at least once or 10 times with people headed to dentures. I could fill it halfway with people that are missing 9 or more teeth. And within an hour of my practice, there's tens of thousands of people wearing an upper lower denture. And I'm going to say, so, because there's like 40 million people watching this, I'm talking as a side note, people watching this are in Seattle. So the truth is you could fill up a stadium with people that are headed to dentures, half with people upper lower denture. So I'm going to say this to you, and I have a media coaching tape that I'm going to send you with this. But when I say, well, look, if implants are so good, why aren't they all doing it? What's your take?
Well, many of them don't know. And the work that they've had done hasn't gone well. They've made investments in their teeth, and it's been painful. It's taken a long time, and it also didn't work. And so they don't have a lot of trust in the dental community. With this procedure, just go look at my website and see the hundreds and hundreds of patients who we've done this for. They come out the next day with minimal discomfort. And
okay, we'll stop you there. It's very nice. Very, very nice. I mean, most guys aren't animated like this, so it's cool. In fact, it's almost like they don't even care what, it's like Tony Robbins would say. They're not hanging on to every word. They're going, I like this guy. He's got a good vibe, and that's what we're looking for. I'd like to organize that question a little better. And okay. They teach this in politics. Somebody says, what's wrong with healthcare? Well, there's 3 things. That makes it look like you got it down. So okay. I'm going to say thing. Well, if it's so good, if implants are so good, why aren't they all doing it? You see, I think there's like 5 or 6 reasons. Number one, as you mentioned, these denture wearers. If you're wearing a denture or a false teeth or a plate, you don't go to the dentist. So you don't even know your options. That's number one. Okay. Number 2, if you're wearing a denture, let me tell you about your life before you got there. You had root canal after failed root canal and endodontist and periodontist. You had gum surgery. You had bridges and partials and failed this and failed that. And one day they took out all your teeth. So the challenge, Randy, is with these denture wearers, it's hard to get them in because of what they've been through. What they don't realize is they come in on a Monday and they got and the next day, if everything works out right, they could have a brand new set of teeth on Tuesday, right? Probably I want to do it on Wednesday because I want to get to know them a little bit on the first and hear their goals and design the smile. And the third thing is the reason they think they're too old. They think, well, I'm 70 or 80. Randy, you were visiting my office. I did 101-year-old their teeth. So you're not too old. And so many people think, well, I'm 70 or I'm 80. Look, if you're lucky enough to live to be 80, then guess what your life revolves around at 80, which is young today. People bringing you food, going out to eat. Chances are you're not working. It's a big thing. When people plan their retirement with their investment advisor or their CPA, they don't design it based on going on cruises and eating food in dentures. It's not part of the plan. Nobody should be wearing dentures. It's over. At least in my office, it's over, right? And so that's the kind of.
You're so well spoken. Can you just grow like a little goatee and then just be me? We look enough alike.
Yeah, and I'll start lifting weight. Give me just a couple of years of working out, and then I could do it. So once we get why they're not all doing it, and Randy, here's the other reason why they're not doing it, because they think it takes like 9-10 months, like it does at other places. What people like about us, number one, they don't like going to the dentist. They go in, we may have to extract the teeth, give them a brand new set of teeth. It's done. It's fast. We have sedation. They relax. They get a ride home, and that kind of. So as a side note, that's kind of what I'm looking for, which is the number one reason is, and I have this on my media coaching tape, which is if you're wearing a denture, you don't even know your options. You don't go to the dentist. Number two, if you're wearing dentures, all that you've been through, the last thing you want to do is go to the dentist. The third thing is you don't think you have enough bone. Also, you think you're too old. And then also the last one is expense. They think they can't afford it. Look, people are financing this every day. Look, insurance and Medicaid and Medicare doesn't cover this. They consider this like prevention or something. But we have financing, and people are financing every day. We have 2 people in our office dedicated. All they do is get people financed. You have to have decent credit. But literally, that's why they think they need an implant for every tooth. Literally 4 implants, I give them a brand new set of teeth, and we do it all right here. So anyway,
I don't want to mention any prices at all, though. Like
exactly nothing. But I do want to imply that you do it all under one roof. And what takes other guys 10 months, Randy, you've seen their commercials. I know you have. What takes them 10 months, I'm able to do in one afternoon, with a permanent or in 3 days. I think we need to play that up. And I think we will, that you do it all under
my homework. Yeah, I'll play your video, and if I write it down and read it a few times, then I'll be able to say it. I just
and you'll do and then of course I'm going to say things like you say, but I'm going to say it with a smug face, like, come on, you say it's life changing.
I mean, even 2 days after the implant surgery, people have this glow about them. You can tell their body isn't fighting the infection anymore. Having the teeth, when you imagine somebody when they take their dentures out and the face collapses. Sometimes when you've got breaking down teeth, that's happened 50% of that, and you can kind of see this kind of sagging look. When we do this for people, they're not fighting the infection anymore. You can see it in their eyes 2 days afterwards. Their face looks much more youthful. Suddenly they're smiling again. Like when people are embarrassed about their smile, they don't smile big, and other people around them take that as that they're a grumpy or a mean person, and they're not likely to open up to them. And when we do this for people, they suddenly start having confidence again, and they realize it's the first day of the rest of their life.
Okay, good. That was superb. That was phenomenal. I really like it. Let me back up for a second.
Yeah, pick it apart. Whatever you like and don't like.
What was the original question?
It's this. How is this life changing?
Oh yeah, life changing. Yeah. So what I'd like you to do too, though, because that statement alone is ridiculous. So put it into perspective first. Like Randy, look, you take somebody with no teeth, they can't eat, they can't chew, they can't laugh, they can't smile, can't even hang out with their grandkids without, they're smiling with their mouth closed. You give them a brand new set of teeth. These people are back. It's kind of like, side note, it's like fitness. You get somebody that loses 50 pounds, right? Their energy goes through the roof. Now they're back in the gym. Now they're hiking again. Now they're running and swimming and dating and all of these things. Self-confidence comes back. If somebody was like so I think you could tell me that, Randy, I see transformations. This is very important. Put it in perspective first. Look, you take somebody with no teeth and now they can smile again. That's a big deal. Randy, you have your teeth. You take this for granted, but it's a big deal. Every single week we see transformations. We see people that look in the mirror and break down. We see family members that say, you changed my husband's life. I have my husband back. So I want you to kind of go to the testimonials and then say all that other stuff. And you'll be natural.
I have some, just yesterday we filmed a bunch of testimonials. Like we had a filming party, and do you want any of those to see if you
Absolutely. Want to send those to Corey at Wellness Hour, Corey, C-O-R-Y, at Wellness Hour, and we'll look at those and we'll lace those in with breaks.
Yeah, we had a couple last night. I just did his smile a week ago, and he's already looking really good, and he brought his wife in, and they're both professional singers, and they sung for me, and he's bragging about how he can hit notes that he's never hit before.
That's the kind of stuff. And we want to be ADD in this. That means we want to break into story. Like you may be somewhere in 10 minutes from now, we're talking about something else and bleeding gums. You go, look, I had a guy comes in. He's married. They come in, blah, blah, blah. He's a singer, right? And it's tough when you have loose teeth if you're singing. It's tough with loose teeth to do anything. Tell me the story. Try to paint the picture of what their faces look like. They even gave me a testimonial already, but it is life-changing. Give me a psychology lesson. You say, look, in life, if you don't like something about yourself, it holds you back. So if you don't like your teeth, it holds you back. You don't like your ears, your nose, your waistline, or your hairline. These guys are wearing hats. When people don't like, look, 95% of who we are is covered up by clothing. And then there's our face with our smile. If you can't do that, it's big, right? So I want you to, like, it's like fighting words. Well, you say it's transformations. It's like you don't even have enough time to tell me about the transformations. Now let's practice one more thing because we're going to go into the COVID thing. Oh, you know how you mentioned that infection? I love that part. I'd like to clean up a little bit, put it in perspective. So when you have bleeding gums and bad breath and loose teeth, your teeth are separated. 10 years ago, they weren't. If you have a bacterial infection, this is like any other infection in your body. When we clean that up, it's one less thing your body has to fight. So now it could spend more time on coronavirus prevention or working on, there's an immune response with this infection. So when we clear it up, you have a stronger immune system. So not only does your breath get better, right? Fresh and clean, you don't have to gargle all day, but you have more energy because it's like when you have the flu, you're not energetic. When we get rid of that, energy goes through the roof. So I want you to, and then you'll go into everything else, but just let's call it a bacterial infection, call it what it is. We clean it up. I had somebody tell me it's like they're getting a fresh, new, clean slate. They get to start over again. With these brand new set of teeth, it's nice. It's like a fresh start. It's the third set of teeth because you got your baby teeth, you got your adult teeth, and then sometimes they fall out. And then now you have the third set of teeth. Dentistry's been patchwork forever. Those days are over, at least in my office, and there's only about probably 5% of all dentists that practice implant dentistry and probably about 1% that practice it where everything is done in-house, like what we're doing, right?
Yes.
Does it cost? Okay, here's another one. I'm gonna look at you. Here we go. I'm gonna try to catch you and rain on your parade. Yeah, but does it cost more to go to a guy like you that's had training all over the world?
Well, ultimately, you're gonna save money because you're not doing an implant for every tooth in your head, and you don't have to redo it in 5-10 years when it all fails again. And most of our patients finance this, so we usually come up with we have different options for each person. And
let's try that again. So I want you to almost smile, like laughing, like, at that, hold on, give me a second. I'm on the phone. I'm on a Zoom call. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. What was the question? It was,
are you in the same house? The one on the cliff?
No. I bought a brand new house. We're 1 block from the beach, but it's 3-story. It's big. I had no room there. That question was,
how do people, like, how expensive is it? So is it going to cost more to go to?
Yeah. Does it cost more to go to a guy like you?
I mean, yeah.
So what I'd like you to do, well, because the truth of the matter is it doesn't. When you compare apples and apples, which there's very few people doing it at your level, right? It's not more. In fact, getting it done right the first time is less. Okay. So let's have fun with that a little bit. Okay. See, so here's what I mean by this, because we want to attack it and move on, right?
Yeah. And
so does it cost more to go to a guy like you? No. In fact, look, because you do it all under one roof, I've got my own milling machine, my own lab. We're doing it all right here. So not only do it much faster, but we're more efficient. And when you compare, look, we're all getting implants for about the same price. I'm probably paying less because I do volume. I do more in a month than most guys do in a year. So we pay less, but it's about the same wherever you go. But to address your question, it's less to get it done right the first time. It's less because your time is valuable too, to get it all done under one roof. And so it's about the same wherever you go. Because the truth of the matter is, Sean, it is about the same, give or take a few 4,000. I mean, it's about the same.
Yeah.
So I want you to say no. And because we do it all right here, it's one person. We don't have to get into the financing and just say, look, when you compare what we're doing, it's about the same wherever you go. And that's true. Because
I almost say that we get a lot of people from, I can't say Clear Choice, but there's some other bigger companies around, and we have a product that's less than theirs that I feel is much better. Our technology is so high. We have other options that the other places don't even offer, and those might be more, but they're just options. Our base model is less expensive than the competitor.
Are you less than Clear Choice?
We have our version of what they do is less, and I feel the product is much better.
Then here's what I'd like you to say without saying Clear Choice. So let's start with the truth, because are you more expensive? Randy, no. But look, and then you'll kind of give your speech, but you say, look, we know what the so-called leaders that are these high volume mills out there that are doing this, and we're less. But not only are we less, what takes them 10 months, we do on a third visit, you get your permanent, right? So so I want you to just address it, slam it, and move on.
It's like poetry hearing you talk. It's good.
Look at you. So the other thing that's going to be big on this, because we're going to talk about coronavirus, and that's going to be the easy stuff. We'll talk a little bit about virtual consults on here, that I get to meet them. They get to hear my approach and philosophy. They upload a photo. So let's play that up a little bit. We'll condense it. We're going to stop and go just like this tomorrow. And I know I'm doing most of the talking, but I'm doing this for the recording.
Yeah.
Your speech on the importance of a smile will end here, because this is what is going to be key. Okay, here we go. So Dr. Keller.
Yes.
You think, or you say, it's like, you're a dentist, so you probably think the smile is like one of the most important things.
Honestly, I believe this with my heart. I don't think there's a medical procedure in the world that you could have done that has as big, as strong, and as fast an effect on you and to turn your life around as having your teeth done the right way does. For just the health benefits, we talked about that a minute ago. You're getting your smile, being confident in your smile. It's very regular that people move up in their company, or if you're already the boss of your company, you suddenly are much more friendly and smiling with other.
Okay, good. By the way, that was nice. It was very nice because it was sincere. The nice thing about you, most guys with a lot of enthusiasm come off salesy, and you don't. So what I'd like to do on that, the importance of a smile, because I deliberately chose my words carefully.
Yes.
I'm going to pretend to look at notes, and I'm going to say, Dr. Keller, you're a dentist. It's kind of a dumb statement on my part. You're a dentist. You probably think the smile is one of the most important things. So here's the syntax. Here's what the flow.
Yes.
Randy, look, not just because I'm a dentist. In just about every survey, what do you find attractive about another person? What do you remember about a person? Smile is always in the top 3. How you remember grandparents. It's tied to our charisma. You can't be charismatic if you can't smile and talk. They say presidencies have been won just from the guy that could smile and talk. So smiling is a big deal. Not only that, a smile is more attractive than a pout. They know this scientifically. 2 people on a job interview, 2 sisters, both master's degree, twins, one smiling, one isn't. They both have gaps in their teeth. One could care less about it, but the other one's bugged by it. Who do you hire? You hire the one that not with a prettier smile, but if one's smiling, one isn't, you hire the one that's smiling. That's how important it is. And I'll tell you something, that my patients, I've seen it with my own eyes. In fact, when I first got into dentistry, I didn't know it was going to be that big of a deal for people, especially at what I'm doing today. You take somebody, they come in, they're shy. Their hair is one way. We give them a brand new set of teeth, and I'm telling you, these people come in with a skip in their step. The older guys are flirting with the front desk. It's like they're back, they're energized. So it's not just because I'm a dentist. These are just the facts. And when you could eat and chew and smile, it just changes your whole personality. There was somebody on my show that one time came on the show, and she said, Dr. Keller, I thought I married a grumpy old man. Turns out we got him a brand new set of teeth. He's smiling and joking and sarcastic. In fact, I don't know if I may like him the way he used to be when he didn't have his teeth, right? So the story is this. You're a dentist. Of course, you think it's important. Talk about statistically. Those are the facts of the case. Talk about a job interview. It's your charisma. And then go, but let me just tell you what I've witnessed firsthand as a dentist. Then you'll tell me a couple of anecdotal stories. That's going to be big.
I have a good jeweler that I hook people up with, because they usually meet their love and get married soon after this, or I have a good divorce attorney too, because a lot of people want to upgrade after they realize how good they look.
Yeah, and I love this. Some people, when they invest this in themselves, sometimes they get out of toxic relationships, or some people might be divorced for the first time and they want to look good. And they're sick of smiling in photos without smiling. We've seen them on Facebook. Here's the challenge though. We don't want them to become too obnoxious. We give them a brand new set of teeth. They're taking selfies every single day. Then they're getting defriended on Facebook by their friends because they're so.
Ever notice, like when you see an actor and they decide they're going to play the villain in the movie, the first thing they do is they mess their teeth up for the show. I
love it. Let's expand on that. So when and this is all in line with, well, you're a dentist, of course you think it's important. Go look. Let's talk about Hollywood. Everybody knows this. You want to make somebody look like a street person, homeless person. They have dentists in Beverly Hills that all they do is jack up teeth. They make fake teeth that look crooked and bad and dark. That's just the way it is. You want to make someone look older, give them flat teeth. This is all part of the guilt trip when they're at home. My God, I have flat teeth. And in Hollywood, if you want to make someone look dumb, you remove their front tooth. In fact, they do this even at Halloween. They come to your front door. In the 50s, they don't do this anymore. If you want to make someone look dumb or goofy, you give them buck teeth. So teeth are really tied to how people perceive you and how they look. People are judged based on their teeth, thinking they're poor, not poor at all. Or they think they're dirty and unclean, when in fact, my patients that have bad teeth, if you have this bacterial infection, you're not going to brush it and floss it out. You're not going to gargle it out. And these people are brushing and flossing, I bet, more than you, Randy. So we don't judge them here at our practice. And that's why you get a fresh start. That in one afternoon, you walk in with teeth, you walk out. Now, when we get into the full mouth reconstruction, we're going to position as losing teeth as expenses. Some of these bigger chains offer one thing: remove all the teeth and give you new teeth. That's not how we do it here. This is where you get preachy. It's like, look, if we could save a tooth, we're going to save teeth. Maybe we could do some fixed bridge work, give them some porcelain veneers. But once we clean up their gums, we have so many options, right? So, yeah. So this is the style.
Yeah. No, I love it. I can't wait to get the video and write it out.
So we have, okay, so I don't know how to send this video. So as soon as we're done, I'm going to have Corey send it to you.
Okay, and then I'll send you the video. You already got the picture. I think you got the pictures of the patients.
Yes.
And I've got some good testimonials that we'll send to them.
Now, the only thing is, now, of course, all of it has to be your truth as you see it. I'm just giving media coaching. But when you show me the photos, because we can't talk about they had no teeth and brand new teeth, you're just going to show me how bad it was. And look, in literally in 3 or 4 visits, this is the smile they end up with. This is an extreme smile makeover. So we're going to substitute with extreme smile makeovers, full mouth reconstruction. We're rebuilding the whole thing. They get a brand new start. We just can't talk about it all.
I do enough cases with Bob now that he can turn it around in 2 days for me. So if I prep their teeth, we can put the porcelain in 2 days later. So because so many people fly to see me.
Here's another thing that you could say. Somebody give examples. They could fly in, blah, 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 and fly out. Go, Randy, anybody watching this, if you see me this afternoon, tomorrow you have a brand new set of teeth. But I really want it 3 days. So you can have some fun with that. It's like if you're watching this today, it's kind of like telling somebody, you're watching this today, a big flabby stomach, tomorrow you're going to have washboard abs. And with no downtime. I mean, it's phenomenal. So you're going to give me that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So, okay, so we have you. Okay, so your only homework is this. Maybe powder for shine.
Okay.
But you want to dress up the background to be pleasing.
Okay.
Mine's going to look like a set, or I'm going to sit in front of a green screen. But
I mean, should I even do it in this room, or I mean, those are my Seahawk paintings back there. If we those.
Yeah. I mean, that fits your personality, and you painted that, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to say, no, you painted that stuff on the wall. So, but just get rid of like the chairs on the background. We just want it to look cool.
Yeah,
okay?
I'll make it look a lot better.
And you're going to want to be framed about like this, right about here, with very little headroom. Why? Because I'm going to have titles that are going to be like this high. So if we go too close, you're going to have titles under your chin. So you'll be pushed back a little bit. You want that eye level. Mine's a little bit low. It's going to be more like this. And talking.
Do we want to mention the safety of the COVID?
Yeah, we're going to do the whole safety. Like, what did you do before COVID? And what are you doing now to keep yourself safe?
Well, one thing is since we see so few patients, I only see a couple patients a day, like maybe one for a consult and the other is the one we're treating. We follow the 60-foot rule because we've only got a couple people here. And we have our patients text us when they get to the parking lot So we go out there and greet them personally with a mask so they don't have to touch the doorknobs on the way in. And we've always followed above and beyond what's required for protocol to keep it very clean. We feel I feel this office is one of the safest places to be right now. We have UV lights sterilizing it and constantly destroying all types of bugs and viruses. And we have a medical grade air filters that are ionizing and killing bacteria and virus all day. And we also have a fogger that we use at night that with ozone in it that sterilizes the room. So we feel like once you get your infection out, that you have a better chance of beating this than anyone.
Very good. Okay. So same kind of thing. I mean, all of that was fantastic.
Too techie?
No, it was very nice. So I'd like, because my question was, so, you know, look, what were you doing before COVID and what are you doing now? You could redirect, say, look, I'm a health guy. People that know me know, you know, I'm into health, I'm into fitness. We have always done everything we can to manage aerosols. This is what we do at dental offices. We always wear gloves and masks. And so we've always been, you know, all the instruments are clean. But because of COVID, we've upped our game. So what I mean by this, we have now one of the biggest reception areas in Seattle. It's the parking lot. Because what you can do to keep you safe is when your appointment, when you're ready to go on time, we call you, you walk in, we've wiped down the door before you got there from the last patient, and you're going to be greeted, instead with a big smile, you're going to be greeted with somebody wearing a mask with a big smile underneath the mask. And so, and then we're going to give you some hand sanitizer and blah, 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 show you, we have UV lights, we have this and that and blah, 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 and you're going to talk about. And so then when you leave, we're going to wipe down the outside of the door, the inside of the door again. So we're going to do everything. Safety is not something you're going to have to worry about here. And we're going to take your temperature. We want to make sure that the people that come in here are clean, they're safe, they don't have, you know, hopefully they're as symptom-free as possible. But people come to us to get rid of this bacterial infection in their mouth oftentimes. So their immune system is really suppressed. So when we clean that up and we give them their brand new teeth, now their immune system is back. They're stronger than before. But, you know, in dentistry, you know, I joke with my wife about this, that this is like the safest place you want to be in Seattle, right? Is right here at the dental office, right? I mean, we're going out of our, so I think you could do a version of that, wiping it down, aerosols, all of that stuff. Maybe everybody goes in one door and everybody leaves through another door, if that's true.
Yeah,
you can talk about that.
We've got that. We could do that. Yeah, we've got like a horseshoe shape.
Yeah, and say, so, you know, but we don't want them to be, people are already afraid of the dentist. You don't have to be afraid when you come here, right? Okay. Yeah, it's really a routine for us to keep things clean. That's why when we huddle with our dental buddies, some guys were behind the times, you know, that the only kind of aerosol stuff they were worried about when they were extracting mercury fillings. We've had that all along. This is what we do, you know. Every bit of technology, I'm a technology geek, right? Every bit of technology I have to keep you safe, we have right here. Right? There might be some stuff that I don't have, you know, but when I hear about it, I'm going to get it, right? Yeah. Whatever the truth is. So just have some fun, be your usual self, talk about the importance of smile, and then I'm going to jab in and brag about you with your experience throughout.
Okay, awesome. Love it.
But, you know, you don't want to be too rehearsed or anything like that. So,
yeah.
All right.
So you'll send me this video and I'll start my homework today. I don't have a patient for a few hours.
Okay, you got it. I'll send that to you, and then obviously you can listen to it on an audio.
Yes, that's perfect.
All right, I'll be around this week. I'm traveling, doing a little trading with a facial plastic surgeon, but just call me and I'll call you right back.
Okay, perfect.
We'll see you, I think it's exactly 10:30 on Friday.
Yep, that works perfect for me.
All right, we'll see you then.
Thanks, Randy.
Okay, bye.